Alright, so here is the Q&A video that you have all been waiting for. We have right around 10 questions or so, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have right at 10 questions. These are from people in the live stream, since we did not get a lot of questions on any of the other videos that we put out with the reminders. These are questions that we got from our live stream people that were, in our live streams last week and this week's live stream. So thank you all so much for your questions, and I hope you like the answers that you get. So are you ready?
And I haven't seen any of these.
Neither have I. I haven't seen them.
So we haven't seen any of them. So this is just going to be
right off the cuff, whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
First question: what was the best memory in person with me? That was from Courtney. Courtney asked, "What was the best memory you've had in person with me?"
So far, what's the name of that game you made me play all the way back?
Cards Against Humanity. Yeah. So we were driving back from Ohio one weekend, and Courtney was with us. And if you ever know the game Cards Against Humanity, and you know the black edition, you know there are some really, really, really bad cards in there.
Nasty.
So we had so we had the box, and Courtney was saying, "Hey, we should play this game," or I initiated it, or she initiated it, or whatever it was. But it was Dad didn't know whose card was whose,
I didn't know what the game was.
And so I read, the card that says, blank is equal to blank, 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 whatever that had all the blanks in it. And then we handed our cards into Dad, and he chose whichever one that he thought went best with it. So it was an abbreviated kind of the game, but yeah, that was funny.
That was
messed up, but it was funny.
It was really messed up.
My best memory with you, Courtney, either that or surprising you in McDonald's. That's always going to be on the top of the list.
That was fun.
That's always going to be on the top of my list. It's the first time we met.
You're right.
If you don't know what I'm referring to or how I met my girlfriend, you're going to see a video annotation card come above Dad's head. And that's our story, so that you all can hear it straight from us. Anyway,
that's true. That's true. That was pretty funny. So.
All right, next question. What would you never put on toast, but you love on bread?
Say what?
What would you never put on toast, but you love on bread? Well, toast is just toasted bread.
Well, I'll tell you the first thing that hits me is peanut butter. Yeah, because I wouldn't put peanut. What would you never put on?
Yeah,
toast?
what would you never put on toast?
I wouldn't put peanut butter on toast.
No, I wouldn't.
On bread, any day.
I still wouldn't do it.
I know you wouldn't.
I can't stand peanut butter.
But if I'm thinking of different jellies, if I'm thinking of,
I can't remember what I put on bread.
If I'm thinking of meat, if I'm thinking of, whatever, I would eat it on both.
I wouldn't put meat on toast.
Well, you would toast your bread getting a sub.
But I'm thinking like toast.
Yeah.
Not I'm toasting my bread for a sandwich. From that question, I'm thinking toast. Like you put it in the toaster.
Well, that's why I'm saying peanut butter.
I wouldn't put any type of meats on there. Versus like for bread, if I was gonna make a sandwich and maybe have like deli meats or something like that on there, I would do that, but I wouldn't put it on toast. So I'm gonna say deli meats.
Okay, there you go.
You got yours?
I already told you peanut butter.
All right. What is your favorite Queen song so far?
That's not what it says.
Okay, so what is your favorite Queen so far?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, funny. I assumed that meant what is your favorite Queen song?
Oh.
Since that's always the most frequently asked question. Yours, I know it changes day by day.
Okay. And I'm not going by whether it was done in a concert or
Period.
What
Across the board.
or whatever, because it's always changing.
Right.
Queen is so fluid; it's always changing.
Mm-hmm. I can't say my absolute favorite overall. I can tell you my favorite as of right now, because I'm like you, it could change at any moment. So I could tell you my favorite right now,
Which is what?
would probably be the Millionaire Waltz, just because of the piano in it.
You liked that.
I did. I think that would be my right now favorite song. But I can't tell you a favorite overall. Favorite overall, Death on Two Legs would probably be on the top. But I can't tell you what placement it would be.
Okay, well, I mean, it's just like me, liking Fat Bottom Girls for the drums.
Right.
Okay. For the last for the last drum run. Yeah. But and I can I can play my air drums in Fat Bottom Girls, or that whatever that last or whatever that because your pedal fall apart.
I'm being you.
Or fingers, my friend.
Oh, fingers.
And you have good fingers for drumsticks there. It's not bad. Or that song that we couldn't figure out what it was, where Roger played his 5-minute thing, which to me was absolutely phenomenal. But I will tell you, I like Hammer to Fall.
Okay.
And I like you're gonna have to tell me what the song was at it was like on the last album.
Winter's Tale.
Is that the one where he was looking out his
Probably.
window in Switzerland and
Probably.
was just observing?
Probably.
I loved that.
Oh, and I'd probably say Love of My Life, and I think there was another one that...
There was the one that Dave Clark did. That you liked, the piano one. It wasn't Love of My Life. It was... but it was all piano, and you really, really liked it.
Did we do it?
Yep. We've done it several times.
Time?
Huh?
Time?
Yeah.
Waits for Nobody?
Time Waits for Nobody.
Or Time Waits for No One?
Or
we did it twice.
Yeah, that's one. That's the one that you always liked. So.
Okay. Alright, next question. What song would you pick if you had to listen to it for 7 years non-stop? I can tell you the songs that I would get really annoyed with if I listened to it 7 years non-stop.
Oh, are we talking Queen or just any?
Period. What song would you pick if you had to listen to it for 7 years non-stop?
7 years?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Either it's 5 o'clock somewhere or Margaritaville. Those would probably be the top two that I would have to put on that list.
I wish it wasn't the song.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't a particular song. I wish it was more of a particular artist.
Jimmy Buffett or the Beatles would be yours, probably. I would think
it would be. I'll tell you, and I know this sounds screwy because they're just all over the place. But Jimmy Buffett, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
Or to be honest with you, John Denver. I mean, just because of how I don't know. John Denver always calmed me down.
Okay. Pick one song. Actually, I gave two.
But now I gotta pick a song.
A specific song to listen to nonstop for 7 years. That's a good question. That's
John Lennon singing "Twist and Shout."
twist and shout.
I can listen to them.
Come on,
baby.
baby.
I can listen.
On, baby.
Okay. I mean, I can listen to that forever. Because I would get that stuck in my head, and it would just keep going.
Yeah.
So let's
just go with that.
I'll go with twist and shout.
All right. Were there nerds in your day at school, and how did you relate to them? I didn't. I was part of the outcasts, but I was not part of the nerds, but I was part of the outcasts. We were pretty sure didn't belong there either. But no, I was not associated with the nerds at all. Unless I needed help with my math homework, and then I paid them.
There you go.
So that they could help me with my math homework. Help me with my math homework. Anyway, how about you?
You had to be nice to them.
Yeah,
because
you had to give them an incentive.
Because somewhere along the line, you knew that you were going to need them somewhere.
Yeah. What about you? How did you relate to the nerds? Oh man,
we had nerds all over the place. But the funny part about it is, being in a really small school, since you knew everybody, you were just nice to everybody. Okay. Everybody was cordial. Whether you were a milk drinker, that's what we used to call them. We didn't call them the nerds. We called them milk drinkers. Okay. You had the burnouts over on this side. You had the milk drinkers over on this side, and then most everybody fell somewhere in the middle. Okay. But the milk drinkers, they were the ones that never went out and did anything.
Right.
They were the they were the ones that were always studying. I mean, they didn't do much socially.
Right.
Okay. And the funny part about it is that a couple of them I'm still friends with today on Facebook.
Okay.
Once you actually got to talk to them, if you took the time
to get to know them,
to sit and actually get to know them and figure out that they weren't just about that, there was stuff that they liked to do.
Right.
Okay. They may be Mr. Science nerd or whatever, because I hated science. But there may have been, it may have been Mr. Science nerd, but Mr. Science nerd knew how to make the coolest pipe bombs. Okay. Or knew how to link at that time, did the audio-visual stuff. Okay. And at that time, and I'll make this quick, because at that time, it used to be, how nowadays you can just fade stuff in, fade stuff out. A couple of clicks,
2 clicks.
Okay. Well, that's couple 3.
That's 6.
But shut up. But you know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, you would have like a slide projector, like 2 slide projectors with this thing in the middle between the 2 of them, and click on this one, and they would fade. And that's how you would have to fade stuff. But they figured this stuff out. It's like, how do you do that? Well, if we do this and we do this and it turned out at that time, it was brilliant. Okay. It may have been a backwoods way of doing it.
Right.
But it worked. And, and once they did something like that, and you went, wow, how did you figure that out? And you started talking to them. All of a sudden, you found out they made the best pancakes in the world. Or they did this, or they did this, or this was their hobby, or that was their hobby, or whatever. Just nice people.
Right.
But you got to take time. You got to take time to figure them out. Mm-hmm. Keep an open mind and whatever. So, yeah, we had nerds. Loved them all. What you got?
Dad, do you think music was better when you were growing up, now, or none of the above? when he was growing up, and I'm saying that from the generation of music that we have now. I hate the generation of music we have now. I was always told by my friends, Brennan, you've grown up in the wrong generation because all I listen to is 60s, 70s, and 80s. Music got terrible in the 90s. So, yeah. That's my standpoint. Music got terrible in the 90s because you'll see a lot of the videos we do are 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Well, I was just going to say, okay, because...
And we kind of hit this in a recent video that we did too, I think.
Okay, Dad. You know, I think it was...
I think we hit in a video.
Well, you know, it's weird because I can look back and from when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is from my personal perspective, the area that I grew up, my family, you know,
right.
that kind of thing,
yeah.
right? Okay. I felt that it was a much more simple time, okay, than it is today. Okay. I mean, things were simpler. You could when you wrote music, when you wrote lyrics,
yeah.
you could just be out there.
Right.
You could say what you mean
yeah.
or what you meant. There weren't a whole lot of. You didn't have to sit there and try and figure it out what somebody was trying to say. You didn't have to write lyrics that were.
We talked about that in A.T. Heavy. He's my brother.
You didn't have to write lyrics that were
complex.
That were, well, I don't know that it's complex, but you know, it got to the point as music went on, people tried to get, and me included, okay, people tried to get very very cute with their words. Okay. Instead of using, you know, this word, you used this word that meant the same thing, but it could have a double meaning to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. Because writers were trying to, they always said, you know that you have a good song when 5 different people can listen to it and you get 5 different interpretations of what it means. Okay. Because that meant it was relating
to everybody.
To however you wanted to think
yeah.
about it. Okay. And, you know, and it got that way, it was getting that way, to me anyway, in the 80s and 90s. Okay. In the 60s and 70s, it was bubblegum pop.
Right.
There wasn't anything that you had to look into. I mean, if you were... Okay. And I know that we had talked about this. This may be a Patreon video or something down the road. But, and we make fun of it all the time. Sugar. Okay.
Probably going to be a picture of video.
It came from a flippin' cartoon. Okay.
I'm not shocked.
There was no, I mean, it was by the Archies. Okay. The Archie comics.
Yeah.
Okay. And they formed a band. The kids in the comic book formed a band, and they came up with a song called Sugar.
Sugar.
And it went to like #1. Okay.
Oh,
it was the first.
Honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the first. It was the first record that I cut off the back of a cereal box. And you could put it on and play it, and it was scratchy as all heck, but it played. Okay, and you went, cool, this is really neat and all that. That's simple.
Right.
That was very, very simple. There was nothing to look into. It was just happy.
Right.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, that was the world that I grew up in.
Right.
That was, okay. What the adults were going through at that time was completely complex, just like now.
Right.
Because you had civil rights going on, you had the Vietnam War going on, you had
right.
flower power going on, you had
yeah.
all that stuff, okay? But I wasn't involved in that. Right. I was involved in, hey, go out and play, and you go out and you play baseball out in the backyard with
mm-hmm.
somebody. Okay, that kind of thing.
Go outside and play ball.
Life was simple
mm-hmm.
for me, okay? And so was the music. That's how I saw the music. Okay. You know, even when you go back and listen to classic rock now, okay, from the late '60s and '70s, I mean the hard stuff. It wasn't really hard to interpret what they were talking about.
Right.
Okay. Now we get to the point where we have to sit here and do
research.
You know, an hour of research on what was Freddie trying to say or what was Brian trying to say or whatever. And you're still wrong because it could be interpreted 15 different ways.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the music then much simpler than I think the music now.
So the question was, oh no, it just said, what do you think? Or no, it said, do you think the music was better then or now or none of the above?
As far as
it just said, do you think it was better
when I was growing up
versus now or none of the above?
I like simple, and you see that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay, I like simple. I like that the time frame of the '60s and '70s. Okay, things got more progressive, music wise. Okay, I mean, you see the stuff that Brian does. You see, you see the stuff that a lot of these groups have evolved into. Tremendous talent. Okay, tremendous music.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The music itself is probably, I think the music itself nowadays, I'm more appreciative of the talent and whatnot that goes into it. Okay, versus, the guy who had 1-2 drums and a hi-hat and one cymbal. Yeah. Okay. But the lyrics, I think, were better then.
Okay.
Than they are now.
Okay.
Just because I don't have to figure out what these are.
Right.
These over here, that's another story.
Right.
Okay.
We're down to our last 2 questions.
Okay.
All right. Are you good with late deadlines?
Not if I have to flip and stay up till 4 in the morning and then go to work at 6.
It wasn't the question.
I'm not good with late deadlines because there were always your deadlines that I had to stay up all night doing.
These were history projects that I was working on for a week beforehand. Which a lot
and
of
the night or two beforehand, hey Dad, could you do illustrations for these?
Yeah, and I expect, because you're good at drawing.
And you expected.
So I expected you to take maybe, because you said a night or 2 beforehand. I expected it to take maybe a night beforehand because you were good at drawing.
But you always gave me a night. You never gave me a night or 2. You always gave me a night.
Well, see what you just said? You said a night or 2 before you would ask me for illustrations.
Yeah, but you never gave them to me until the night before.
Hey, Dad, can you draw Snoopy for me real quick? Just like right there.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Snoopy?
Yeah. Because you're going to prove my point in a second.
What do you mean I'm going to prove your point?
You're going to prove my point
I never had to draw Snoopy.
No, hold on though.
For your stuff.
No. You drew the Pink Panther.
Yeah, but I can't draw the Pink Panther.
You drew the Panther. I think Miss Polly actually still has that. Because I told her I could use it until the end of my senior year, and then I wanted it back. And now school's closed.
Wait a minute. You're not going to get to see all of it, but... What? Oh.
And you gotta sign it too after you're done. Okay, my point is exactly this, is that he just drew that in a matter of 5 minutes. 2 minutes. So I expected him when when I asked for some illustrations that he would just be able to do that. And of course it took him till 4 in the morning. But
because there were like 15 illustrations that I had to do.
Okay. So, for anything else besides my late deadlines, how are you with your late deadlines?
I don't have late deadlines.
You don't have deadlines when things need to be turned in by?
No.
No? So if you did, how would you be with late deadlines?
If I did, I would probably mini stress. I'd probably mini stress out, but I'd get them done.
Okay.
I mean, it's a piece at a time.
With me, I'm a really bad procrastinator.
You are a really bad procrastinator.
I've got a 15-page research paper due for government in the middle of May, possibly later, but he
hasn't started.
I haven't started on it yet. I don't even know where the instruction booklet is for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, also, if you, I'm going to do this. If you want a mini giveaway and you want this signed by YouTube Dad, comment down below. And yeah, if we get a decent amount of people who may want this, you know, I might pick somebody and I'll let you know. So anyway,
YouTube original.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. Really simple. Really simple. What is your favorite book? Dead silence. Insert cricket noise.
I don't read.
I know you don't read.
Okay, hang on.
And don't say the Bible. Well, you can say the Bible, but...
Well, I can say the Bible.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the book I read the most.
Tuesdays with Maury. Right now.
Yeah, you ended up liking that.
Right now, that would be on the top of the list. Tuesdays with Maury, Have a Little Faith.
I Can Only Imagine.
I Can Only Imagine. 1917 to Paris is another good one.
I started rereading The Shack again.
Okay.
So I like The Shack. Oh, gosh, what was it? I can picture it up in the bookcase right now, but I don't know the name of it.
Want me to run up and take a picture?
No, I don't want you to run up and take a picture. That's fine.
Lost Moon is another good one. That was
Jim Lovell.
Jim Lovell's on Apollo 13. Yeah. But you still haven't given a book yet.
The Shack.
The Shack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say The Shack.
All right. So there are your questions and there are your answers. Again, guys, if you want a YouTube Dad original sketching of Snoopy cursing the Red Baron.
I can't believe you suckered me into that.
If you want it, let's do a mini giveaway. You can comment down below, and if we get enough people, I'll pick someone. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, YouTube Dad original should be framed.
I might do it again because it's got all my notes and stuff on the back of it.
That's why what I was going to do is I was just going to cut this top off because then it was going to be cutting this off and they can't do anything with it except for, well, yeah, YouTube Dad original notes.
YouTube Dad, yeah. Original notes. You
Original
got it.
notes.
You got it.
Because not only do you have the Red Baron, or I'm sorry, Snoopy cursing the Red Baron on the front, but you also have YouTube Dad's original notes on the back.
In regard to
songs.
In regard to He's Not Heavy.
He's My Brother.
And
a Patreon video that didn't go out.
And the video that didn't go out.
Another Patreon video that went out. His prom story for the video that never went out. So
sultry and neat and saccharine sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, comment down below if you want this.
And the rum is for all your good vices.
Rum is disgusting. Just letting you know. The coconut rum that I was offered was disgusting. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you all in the next one. We will see you all on Monday. All right.
You got it.
Peace out, guys.